Hey, what is going on, everybody? All you fine people out there in internet land. If I'm coming in loud and clear, and if you can hear me, and if you can see the screen that says how to make social media send you clients every week, just show me some love in that question box. Let me know if I'm coming in loud and clear, if you can see the screen, and also, like Brent says, ready to go. All right. Yes. Yes. Ready to go. Good stuff. Lots of ones, lots of yeses. Good, 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 good. You all, I got to tell you, I am really pumped today for a lot of reasons, right? And today is all about you, first off. And for those of you that right now are looking to land more clients and more of a simpler way and more of a way that is, I would consider very innovative. But if you're right here, right now, and you can use more clients faster and easier in a more of a simplistic manner, you are truly, truly in the right place. And if you've ever considered or thought about, like, I know social media is important, I know it's great, but how do I actually leverage social, right, to turn it into business instead of, wasting 20, 30 minutes and it's like, I just came here to check something. And then you fall into the 45-minute to an hour social media trap. I know I'm not the only one that's been there. So who wants to learn how to make money and get clients from social media? Just put a me in the question box, put a yes, yes, yes. Your interaction is much appreciated. And then too, thank you, Jacquees. There are there's things that you can do inside a go-to webinar right now. Like, I'm still so new and also lost at the same time, but I guess you can do thumbs up and all kind of cool interaction things in GoTo. So that works as well. So that's the first reason I'm pumped for you. But second, listen, I'm sure you have heard of Dr. Ben Atkins. Dr. Ben, I don't know if he knows this. He is by far one of my favorite people in this internet marketing space, and someone that I have learned so much from the time I came into internet marketing and online marketing and digital from 2012 and up till today. Someone that is just smart. I think he's a genius and can take what is really complex and simplify it into a manner that allows people to take action really, really fast and get the desired result. So it's literally been years since I've done anything with Ben. And I've seen what he's been doing online and what he's been doing with software and helping his community. So we had a chat, a few weeks back, and we talked again a couple of times since then. And I was like, can you please come to our audience and show them what you're doing? Because this is absolutely phenomenal. So that's where we're at today. And you're definitely in for a treat today. So without further ado, I like to introduce smart marketer, great longtime friend, and mastermind member, Dr. Ben Atkins. Are you here, my friend?
What's up, buddy? How are you?
Man, I'm happy, dude. Good to have you here, and thank you for coming out.
Well, I feel honored to be here, and for everybody that's here, thanks for coming to hang out with us today. And Jason, the admiration is mutual. I can't tell you how many things of yours I have implemented in our own agency over the years, and it's just one of those things, man. That when you find your people, and you can follow what they're doing, month in and month out, and it just continues to make us money. The stuff that you're doing, because, like I said, man, it's highly innovative, and uh, I know everybody here feels the same way that I do. So I just before we get started, I want to throw you a big thank you, man, because yeah, same thing. I feel
Thank
like
you.
you're a genius, and I get inspired by the stuff you put out all the time because I'm like, yep, we can go do that right now and make money with it. And it's happened so many times over the years, it just blows me away. So thanks, man.
Wow, man. Thank you. I received that, Ben. Good stuff.
Awesome. Awesome. So yeah, I want to get into this today because we're doing something that, is really different than what most people are doing. It's working incredibly well for us. And I have told very few people about this. Jason, you're on that list. There's a few friends that we've walked this through, but most people out there have no idea what we're doing, and we're okay with that. And so, what I'd like to do, everybody here today, is do me a favor. Tell me, like, what is the niche that you serve, and like, what is kind of like your primary service? Just type it in the chat. Let me know. And I like being very specific with what we're doing. I can tell you the niches that I go after, but I'd love to know specifically what do you guys do. And what's the services that you provide, and like, because I know we're all in kind of that game of helping businesses, because that's what powers the economy. Like, I love what I do because I can see the ripple effects all the time. So like, if you don't mind, jump into the chat real quick and just tell me, like, what is your core thing? So we got some email marketers, we got some local business growth, socials, and marketing for resorts and venue owners. I love that, Scott. That's awesome. So yeah, give me the niche, give me like where you're at, and don't be a stranger. Like I said, I like making friends, and especially friends that are into the same things as me. And that's this room, right? So search box optimization from Michael. That's awesome. John, bridal salon. Nice. Very, very cool. Reputation management for construction. Oh, I love that. I love that. So you guys, we're all doing fun, different things, but the end goal is that we're trying to get more clients. What we're going to do today in the next few minutes, and I'm going to try to be very respectful of your time. So like I said, I'm big on, we make a lot of money when we're out doing things, but I want to show you some stuff that during this call in the next 45 minutes or so, I'm going to show you some things that you can go do right away that will get you more clients, and the kinds of clients that will pay good money for your services, and they will appreciate you. Give me a big number one if that makes sense, and you kind of get where we're going from this. Awesome. Awesome. Cool. So the focus today is, we have been really successful with social media. I think most people on the planet are doing social media the wrong way. Give me a number 7 in the box if you agree with that. Maybe you've been a part of that group doing it the wrong way. I have too. But what I'm going to show you today is a very unique way to do social media to get clients through the door. I'm not somebody that falls in love with likes. I'm not a big person that's like, come to my profile and like everything that I do. And you'll see what I mean by that here in a couple minutes. But what we're going to be doing here the next little bit is, I'm going to show you how we use social media to get clients every single week. And I really do mean that. So I'm somebody that actually does this stuff. I actually have an agency. I actually, am really into growing an agency and helping businesses grow. But I'm going to show you how we use social media in a little bit of a different way. And what's nice is, the different way that we use social media, it's much simpler than what I think 99% of people out there are currently doing. So if you're excited to dive in, give me a big number 1 in the box. I'm going to get to it, actually show you this stuff so you can leave the webinar and go do it. And that's the idea. I'm going to give you stuff that you can actually go do, and you'll get results like fast. Okay, awesome. So Jason, I'm going to take it away, man. You cool with that? Cool.
Absolutely, man. Yes. Do your
Awesome.
thing.
All right, man, here we go. So to everybody here, a warning before we start today. What I'm going to show you is extremely addictive. It's not only effective, but I need to tell you it's like really addictive. And this is my disclaimer before we get started, is you're going to get addicted to doing the thing that I'm going to show you to do because of this. It's addictive because of this, is you're going to see results in under 12 hours from the time you start. What I mean by that is, when I kind of stumbled onto this, it wasn't something that I had to wait weeks or months to see results from, and like people like catching it and like getting in front of the right people. Like within 12 hours, every time you do what I'm going to show you how to do, you're going to see results from this. You're going to get notifications. You're going to see people starting to figure out who you are, and they're going to dig into you. Give me a big number 7 if you're excited about that. Give me a big number 7 if you're excited about that. Not only is this effective, but it's addictive. And what I mean by that is, you're actually going to have fun with this. It's going to be fun because you're going to see the results start to come in very quickly. So if you're ready to dig in, let's get into it. Today is special because I haven't shown too many people this. And when you see what we're doing, you're going to see why. Because it's one of those secret weapons. Jason's my friend. We've been friends for a long time now. He took a look at this and was like, yeah, come show this. And so you guys are a part of a very select group of people, and I mean that. I don't do a lot of these anymore with folks outside of our core group. So I'm excited today, and I'm going to show you exactly how you can leave cold outreach behind. Now, what I mean by this is, like, cold outreach, by the way, cold outreach is extremely extremely effective. You can do that the right way, but I don't know about you guys, but I'm just not somebody that's incredibly great with cold outreach all the time. Give me a number one if you agree with me on that. Give me a big number one if you agree with me on that. Cold outreach is not my favorite thing to do all the time. I like to go in a little warmer if I have the luxury, because I don't like to spend my time warming people up. I just like to go in and tell them what we're doing. And then if they're interested, let's go. And that seems to have worked really, really well for us over the years. So I'm going to show you how to do this, how to not have to do cold outreach, how to stop playing on just a local level. How many of you want to get out of just the, hey, my town and the surrounding towns? You want to be truly like global with this. And as long as there's not a language barrier, you want to get clients from anywhere. And that's the idea, is not only is this going to put you in a place to where you don't have to do cold outreach, but you're not going to be trapped in like a local type scenario. I know most of you have tactics for that as well already, but I'm going to show you some stuff that I think is pretty simple that I think you're going to adopt right away. Now, the big thing is how to have social media get you new agency clients every week in a way that no one else is really doing, because it flies in the face of what most of us were taught social media was. In short, I'm going to show you what's working right now in my agency. And if you want to adopt it too, I think you'll see some big benefits from it. Now, here's the thing. I'm going to show you this, and I think that this is important. If you think that this is important too, give me a number 7 in the box. I'm going to show you how you can authentically get in front of a ton of new businesses that are ideal for your agency by being a force for good. Like, I think that this is such an important part of what we do. It's like there's plenty of ways to get in front of people, but how about we do it by being a force for good and putting things out there that make people feel better about themselves. And so, like I said, there's going to be several layers of why you're going to get addicted to this. A lot of it is just you're living in positivity all the time. And that's kind of a nice place to be. On top of that, I'm going to show you the human driven AI app that is about to give you an insanely unfair advantage. I'm a big user of AI, but I need you guys to understand something. I am a big user of human driven AI. Give me a big yes in the box if you feel that. Like before I even explain too much of this, you get where I'm going with this. Human driven AI. That's what it's about. That's where the future is. It's not about letting AI run amok. It's about using AI in a way that benefits us, makes us superhuman, but also we are the ones that make the final decisions. We are the ones that drive the ship. And so that's what today's going to be. All right, so here's what we're going to be covering in the next 35 minutes or so, just so you have a good calendar of what's coming. Part 1, I'm going to show you the exact social engineer strategy we're using to land clients from simple social media replies. Yes, replies, and why it works better than cold outreach ever has, for me anyway. Part 2, how to find, attract, and captivate and close clients every single week by living in the comments section. Give me a yes if you're interested in part 2, living in the comment section. This is interesting, right? Living in the comment section. And you're going to understand there's so much money living in comment sections on social media. And if you really take to heart what I show you in part 2, you're never going to go back to doing social media the way that most people on the planet do social media and get frustrated with. From there, part 3, I'm going to show you an AI powered tool that we built for ourselves that aids in everything I'm going to show you in part 1 and part 2 and makes it easy. You're going to get results in 12 to 48 hours. And by the way, this is something that takes you maybe 20 minutes a day tops, and you can do it. You can do it from your kitchen counter. It's pretty chill. And it's not something that's going to take up a lot of your time. And in part 4, how to get access to the app that we're using to do this if you want that extra leg up. If you're ready to rock and you're excited about this, give me a big old yes in the box or a number 1. And that lets me know that you're good to go, you're locked and loaded, and we're going to get to it. Okay, cool. So let's dive in. Let's get started. Like I said, I move pretty quickly, but I will stop anytime you have a question. Just feel free to fire those questions at me and I will answer them. I will not leave any questions unanswered. But like I said, I like to be respectful of your time, and I'm just kind of naturally this upbeat because I have fun with all this agency stuff, and I get to talk to other agency owners today, so I'm pretty excited. All right, so let's get into it. Part 1, the exact social engineer strategy we're using to land agency clients from simple social media replies, and why it's worked better than cold outreach ever has for us. Even though cold outreach has been a pretty good thing for us at times, this is just way easier and it works better. So I need everybody here to stop for a second and honestly answer a question for me. Does anyone believe that the best way to get new clients for your business is to reach out cold to your ideal prospects and tell them what they're doing wrong. Tell them what they're doing wrong. Tell them what they're doing wrong. Dan, no, it's going to be effective either way. Trust me, you'll see. Yeah. This is something that went around for a while. This is never anything that any of my friends would teach. Uh, this is not anything I've ever heard Jason teaching or any of my friends teaching. But Jason and I have seen this over the years, and I know you guys have too. It's people reaching out to businesses cold and being like, hey, I see you're doing this wrong. I would venture to say many of you get pitches like this too. Give me a yes if you get pitches like this too. People are like, hey, you're doing this wrong. Your website could be more optimized and blah, blah, blah. Yeah, like we see this all the time. And then they turn around and say, hey, I'm the answer to your problems, though. Here's what you're doing wrong. I'm the answer to your problems. That rarely works. That rarely works. If you do believe that that works, I got some bad news. You've probably already figured it out. It's extremely hard to scale up a business that way. All right. It's extremely hard to scale up. And so we're not going to be covering any of that today because that does not work. That does not work. And it's exactly what Mark said in the chat. If you don't have trust, that's definitely not going to work. And so as a cold strategy, it's not good. Now, effective strategy doesn't work that way for your agency. If you've been in an agency or any small business, really, that's not a great way to do things. Successful businesses, successful digital agencies aren't built on telling your ideal prospects what they're doing wrong. Do you want to know what they are built on? Do you want to know what they are built on? You guys, I've been doing this long enough that I have seen not only what works the best for my business and my agency, but I've seen what works best for just businesses as a whole. Successful businesses, both online, offline, successful agencies specifically are built on one thing. And like some of you aren't going to like this at first, but I'll explain why you should like it, even though you're going to have a negative connotation of this, some of you. But let me explain this. Successful agencies are built on this networking, period. Period. That's it. Like we can dance around this. We can try to say, no, it's not this, it's this, it's this, it's this, but it's networking. That's it. Now, I need you guys to understand when I say networking, it's probably not the networking that you think I'm talking about. I'm not talking about showing up to live networking events. I'm not talking about ice breaking of, like I'm not talking about that. I'm not talking about being the center of attention. Give me a number one if you're happy about that. I don't believe networking is really ever about trying to go in and be the most talkative and social. That's not it. Okay. It's not that networking. The odds are high, though, if you haven't built a successful digital agency yet, it's not because you're not working hard. Give me a big yes if you agree with me on that. Those of us that have done this and even early on, we're all working hard. All right. I'm yet to meet someone that's decided to build a digital agency that isn't working hard. But the ones that don't grow at the velocity that they should, it's because they're not interacting with enough ideal prospects the right way every single week. Give me a yes if you think maybe your agency hasn't grown as fast because you're not interacting with enough ideal prospects every week. Just give me a yes if you think that's the case. And like I said, it's real easy for us to look away from that. It's real easy for us to get distracted with other things. But anybody that I've ever talked to, this is the core problem. If you're not getting in front of enough ideal prospects per week, you can't do all the other things that you need to do to grow. That's it. And that's the game. That's the game whether we like it or not. But the problem is most of us, even though we understand that at a core level, there's a lot of you like me that are very comfortable talking in a situation like this, but not so comfortable getting out and going door to door, or not so comfortable going to like live networking events. Give me a number one if you agree with me. Like some of you are like, well, Ben, but you sound like you can talk because I can hear you and you seem very enthusiastic on the call. You seem like you could. Yeah, guys, this is me on this. This is not me when I go out and I'm like in a public event. Does everybody understand the difference? It's like I'm talking to fellow marketers. I'm having a blast right now. It's very different. But also, like, I don't think that this is a sustainable way to get customers for your agency. All right. Here's the thing. Now that we've gotten that out of the way, let's talk about good news. Networking doesn't mean that you have to be an extrovert or spend all your time going to in-person events or reaching out to a bunch of people that you think are ideal prospects from a position of discomfort. Give me a yes if you agree with that. Networking doesn't mean what I think most people think it has to mean, which is uncomfortable, being uncomfortable talking to people and pushing things, and like that's not what this is about. Efficient networking just means this: showing up where your ideal prospects are already hanging out and positioning yourself as an authority on a subject. Do you guys realize that you never even have to open your mouth to do that? You don't have to go anywhere in person to do that. Effective networking just means showing up where your ideal prospects are already hanging out and positioning yourself as an authority on the subject. Now, would you like to know where your soon to be best agency clients are hiding right now? Like every single one of you. Would you like to know where they're hiding out right now? Like, I'm going to change some lives here. And I don't mean that because I'm anything special. It's just, like I said, we found something that works well, and I'd like to share it with you. Cool? Give me a big number 2 in the box if you'd like to know where to find this pack of customers, where they're hiding right now, no matter what niche you happen to be in. Like, this is really interesting, and I want to explain this. Okay, let's get into it. Part 2: how to find, attract, captivate, and close clients every week by living in the comment section. And there's the hint for everybody. I want everybody to lock in on this. A lot of your ideal prospects are hanging out in the comment section, but what comment section? What am I talking about here? So what I'm about to show you is one of the most important things I'm ever going to be able to teach you or anybody about making money with a digital agency. There are people out there right now that have 100 times the social media followers, daily post likes, and etc. that I do. Like, if you go find my profile, you're not going to think, well, Adkins is bringing in a ton of money with his social media, like on any network. Give me a number 1 if you understand that. You could go stalk my profiles right now, and I don't have a bunch of evidence in those profiles that you would think, oh, well, this guy's making a ton of money from his social media. That's exactly the way it's supposed to be. That's exactly the way it works. And when you see what I'm doing, you're going to understand why. It's because I'm not big on doing social media the way most people do. Because the way most people do social media, they can get a ton of attention, but they can't make much money. Give me a yes. I make about 100 times more income than the people that have social media followings 100 times what I do. And that's not a brag, by the way. I just want you to understand, attention versus people buying are 2 completely different things. Okay? Now, it comes down to one powerful lesson that will change your life when you understand this. Stop trying to get clients to come to you with your social media post, your cold reach outs, or awkward pitches. What a lot of us are doing is we're trying to post things that are smart, that are attention grabbing, and we think that's what's going to bring us business. Give me a number 1 if you're starting to understand that maybe the way we've been taught to do social media in the past isn't working out so well for the people that are really successful with social media that way. Like, they maybe have a ton of followers, they may have a ton of likes, they may have all of this, but you guys, it's not translating into the same kind of money that I think that we're making versus them. And so I want to really get into this. I want you to do this instead. Instead of worrying about social posts, cold outreach, awkward pitches, I want you guys to get into this. I want you to start thinking about going to where your clients are already at online. Okay? I want you to start thinking about where your clients, your potential clients, your ideal clients, the ones that you want, are hanging out online. Well, here's what you should be saying right now. Where the heck are the best clients who have money, are looking to grow their business, and don't mind paying well for my agency service? Where are these people hanging out? This is stupid simple, and you're going to laugh once you see it because it's right in front of everyone. This is literally in front of everyone, and like, everybody's so concerned with having a social media page that people want to follow that they miss this. Your best clients aren't just working in their business day every day with their heads down, okay? The people that are focused on their business and not looking for help are the worst business owners to go after as an agency. Does everybody understand what I just said? The people that are only looking down at just their business and they're not looking at growth, those are not the people you want as clients. Give me a yes if you understand that. If they're not actively trying to find new ways to grow their business, then you don't want them as a client, because they will be the worst clients you ever have. The best clients you ever have, they follow people like this. They follow people like this. I'm going to show you some social media profiles, and I want you to pay attention. How many of you have ever heard of Mel Robbins before? How many of you have ever heard of Mel Robbins before? Mel Robbins is a huge, huge social media marketing person, and she has a ton of people that follow her profile that have small businesses that work, in the ways that are interesting. But they follow her because they're trying to grow. Here's another one. Maybe you've heard of this cat. Anybody know Gary Vee? Anybody know Gary Vee? Anybody know Gary Vee? Yeah, whether you like Gary Vee or not, whether you like Mel or not, Gary Vee is a huge social media presence. And I'm going to tell you guys, there's a ton of small business owners that follow him, small and medium-sized business owners that follow Gary Vee. How about this one? You guys ever heard of this cat? You guys ever heard of this cat, Ryan Dice? Anybody heard of Ryan? Yeah, this is like, why does Ryan have a huge business? Because a lot of people follow him that are trying to grow their business. You guys, people that follow these people are actively trying to learn how to grow their business. What about this one? And then I'll move on. But like, you guys know Alex? You guys know Alex? Like I said, doesn't matter whether you like these people or not, whether they're your cup of tea. What I want you to understand is these are people with huge social media followings that everything they post gets a ton of attention. Now, not only are small businesses that would be ideal for us to have as clients following these people because they're trying to learn how to grow their own stuff, they follow companies like these. You guys ever heard of ClickFunnels? Yeah. So there's a ton of people, 439,000, by the way, that follow ClickFunnels. And those people that follow the ClickFunnels page follow it not because they think, oh, this is a cool logo. They follow it because they are trying to learn how to grow their business. Square, used by companies everywhere to do their checkouts. 874,000 followers just on Facebook. Does everybody understand where I'm going with this? The kinds of clients that you want in your agency are actively following people and brands that they think can help them grow. They also spend their time in forums that look like this is digital marketing on Reddit. So there's a ton of people in here, you guys, that it's 76,000 weekly visitors in this forum, and they're there because they're trying to learn. What I'm trying to say is this: the best digital agency clients that I have and that I've had over the years are hiding out in the same places that you and I do, which is following these people in these companies. They're hiding out in the same places, and they're trying to better themselves and their businesses through education. Give me a yes if you agree with me on that point. The reason we follow some of these people is because we're trying to better ourselves and learn from them. The businesses that we were going after that are going to be our best clients are also trying to do that. All you have to do to start closing clients for high ticket agency services every single week, or low ticket monthly, whatever you're doing, is to start siphoning traffic from the comment sections of these pages and pages like them, but in a smart and positive way. So far, so good. Do I have your attention? Do you understand where I'm going with this? Give me a number 1 in the box if you understand where we're starting to go with this. I need you to understand, if you want to find some of your ideal clients, you don't have to go to Google and scrape, maps. Go to the comment sections of these influencers and these businesses, and your ideal clients are showing up in the comment sections. And if they're not showing up in the comment sections, they're paying attention to the post and the comment sections. They may not be posting or commenting, but they're paying attention. So that said, cool if I show you how we're using a clever little human-driven AI tool to leverage and siphon traffic and siphon clients off of those places. Give me a big yes in the box if you're okay with me showing you a tool that we developed for ourselves that puts us in the driver's seat of this. Okay. All right, let's get into it. Part 3. inside the new AI power tool that gets you traction results in under 48 hours. I mean that, including how to set it up and start it in minutes. Now, before I show you this tool, I need to warn you about something. Okay, let me take a quick pause. And if you're still listening to me and you can hear me, put a number 1 in the box so I know you're here and you listen to this little disclaimer before I show you this. What I'm about to show you looks incredibly simple because it's designed to integrate in your existing workflow and not be intrusive. It's not something you're going to have to be all over the place, logging into one place, jumping between tabs. That's not what this is. I don't want you jumping between tabs. I don't want you to have to log into something. I want this to be something that's incredibly easy for everybody. And the reason it's designed that way is because I don't want to do that. If it's not easy for me to use, if I'm having to jump to ChatGPT or Claude and then like go back and forth, I don't end up using it consistently. Give me a yes if consistency of showing up and networking with people has been a problem for you so far. Yeah, and the reason probably is because it's just too much damn effort and you secretly don't want to do it. So this is going to look simple because it's designed to fit in your existing workflow. But what's going on under the hood of this tool is pretty revolutionary if you really see what we're doing. Now, you ready to see it? Give me a big lucky number 7 in the box, and I'm going to jump out of here and show you. We ready to see it? We ready to see it? Cool. So what you should see right now is I am dragging a browser window onto the screen right now. Give me a big yes in the box if you can see something that says SeekReply at the top of your screen. If you can see SeekReply at the top of your screen right now, give me a yes. And I want to make sure everybody can see it. So even if you type nothing else in the chat so far, give me a big yes, just so I know that it's there and you guys can see this. Okay. So just real quick setup, just so you know how easy this is. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to type in my name. I'm going to type in what I do. I'm going to type in what I do. I'm going to type in my industry, and I'm going to type in what I actually do. So what I do, I help professionals turn their expertise into a thriving and scalable digital product business. Now, this could be as simple as this. I help chiropractors get more patients through the door. I help real estate agents get more seller listings. I help dentists to get more teeth whitening patients and build that funnel. Like, does everybody understand that? So out of the gate, here's my name. Here's what I do. Here's my industry. And here's what I help those people to do. And then I pick my tone, and then I give it some style notes and some personality. So my style notes are, hey, no M dashes used in replies, no emojis, and practical but friendly, warm and extremely helpful. And then we save this profile. So far, so good. Does everybody understand? I am instructing an AI helper on how we're going to talk here in a minute. Okay. Now that's one piece. The next piece is this, which is the knowledge vault. And what I'm doing is I'm pointing it to some blog post. I'm posting it to a book that I wrote so that it's in my voice. By the way, if you don't have blog post, if you don't have a book that you've wrote, don't worry. I can show you how to do this. But what it's learning here is it's not only learning what we've covered on the previous screen, it's learning how to talk how I talk, how to write like I write. And I do that by giving it some data that it can learn from. Give me a yes if so far you follow the setup. This setup takes about 5 minutes, by the way. So far, so good? Cool. Okay. Now, we've got our setup. We're good to go. Can I show you what it does? Give me a yes if I can show you what it does. Okay. Can everybody see, and I'm going to start here, can everybody see LinkedIn on your screen? Give me a big number 3 in the box if you can see LinkedIn on your screen right now. I just want to make sure that we're all looking at the same screen. Sometimes there's a lag, and I want to make sure we're good. Okay. So right now we got LinkedIn on our screen, and I want you to look. This is Mel Robbins, and I want you to look at this post. Does everybody see that this post has not, this was from earlier today. This was 2 hours ago, maybe 3 hours, 4 hours now. But this is 926 likes, 91 comments, 29 reposts. Let me ask you a question. Is this post popular? Is this page popular? This is one from yesterday. It's got a ton too. Is this popular? So what I want you to understand is if you were to click into the comments here, you can see all of these folks that are going out of their way to comment in here. And here's what I want you to do. Can everybody see this post? When your life feels out of control, the fastest way to get it back is to set a goal. Yep, set a goal. So she's got a nice little setup here, and I want you to watch what I'm doing. Does everybody see what I'm doing? I'm highlighting this text, I'm right-clicking, and I'm going to SeekReply. And I want you to watch what's happening in the sidebar. Give me a yes if you're watching what's happening in the sidebar right now. Give me a yes if you're watching what's happening. Everybody got it? Now, let me explain to you what just happened in the sidebar, everyone. It took this post, it read it ran it through my AI, it ran it through my voice because it's read some of my stuff, and it wrote a reply. So it says, you nailed something important here. The shift from reaction to direction happens the moment you commit to one specific goal. Worth noting, the sense of what am I even doing is the symptom, not the problem. Do you guys see that it's actually referencing this part right here that she said? And so what it does is it writes 3 replies to this post. It does an expert insight, it does a story experience, so it's got a story that it creates, or it's got practical steps. These are 3 different kinds of replies. What I do from here is I copy, I go and I paste this here. And once I get it here, I can, do some line breaks, things like that. But then I post a comment. Let me ask you a question. How long did that take me to put together an extremely uplifting comment to what Mel had already done, keep the conversation going, and address things that further the conversation and position me as an expert in the field in the same arena as Mel? How long did that take? Give me a quick little estimate, a few seconds. A few seconds. Now, what I want to explain to you is this is like you can do this every single day for the right people, but what is going to happen in the next 12 hours is pretty magical. Are you ready to understand what happens in the next 12 hours or so? Give me a yes if you want to know what happens in the next 12 hours or so, because this is interesting. This is fascinating what happens. I'm going to click up here in my notifications and you can kind of get a sense of things. And I want you to start looking here. Does everybody see this section where it says 6 others liked my comment? 6 others liked my comment. I did something yesterday that was exactly what I did. And between yesterday and today, 6 people found that comment, read the entire thing, and read through it and liked it. I want you to look up here at this other thing I'm looking at. Some people clicked through to my profile. How do you think they found my profile, you guys? And what I want you all to understand is every single day I spend 10 to 15 minutes doing exactly what I showed you using the AI. I'm highlighting things. So here's my workflow. I'll go in here. I'll do it here. I'll go to Gary V. Let's refresh Gary V's comment page so you guys can see this. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in and I'm going to look at the entire post that Gary posted. I'm going to highlight this. And once again, I'm going to click this button and it's going to go to work crafting a reply. Notice I don't have a link in my comment. There's no link back to my website, anything like that. What are they doing? What are they doing? How are they finding my stuff? So I'm going to go here to the story experience now. You can read that if you want to, but watch this. I'm going to paste this in. Make sure that this is exactly what I want, and I'm going to comment. What's happening is people are getting Gary V in their feed. Give me a yes if you follow me on that. They're seeing Gary V's post in their feed because they're following Gary V. But then they see my comment pop up and people start to like it. When people start to like it, it pops up even higher in the comments so more people will see it. And what happens is all those business owners that are into what we're doing see my stuff and they're like, "Oh, that's a good comment." And then they click through to my profile and they come here. Give me a yes if you're understanding how I'm not trying to attract people to my profile by posting on my profile. I'm attracting people to my profile by posting in the comment sections of others. And instead of me having to read everything, come up with something clever, I'm using the AI and it's speaking in my voice and it knows what my business is about. If you have an agency, you've told it it's an agency, and everything is shifted to get people to come back to your profile and understand that. Give me a yes if you understand so far what we are doing here. Now, let me ask you something. How many of you can spend 15 minutes a day putting yourself in front of your ideal clients, and in 1 week, you will be in front of more people that see your comments than maybe you've been in the entire month doing other things that you were doing? Give me a big number 3 in the box if you believe that to be true. And what I'm telling you guys is this: it works extremely well that way. Because can I show you a trick? Can I show you a trick? Guys that says, how do you find the right influencers? I'll explain that in a second. but I can do this on Facebook. I can go to Ryan's stuff and I can highlight Ryan's stuff and I can comment on that. I can go to Facebook at the ClickFunnels page and comment on their latest post and get in front of traffic. How much traffic do you think we're getting from this? We're getting a lot. I can go to a forum like Digital Marketing and I can go in and rock this. Does everybody understand where we're going with this so far? Now, the idea here is every single day I have people coming to my profile now, and when they come to my profile, what they are seeing is pretty simple. When they come to my profile, they are clicking in after my comment. They are seeing my comment right here. They are clicking in, and then something interesting happens. They see what I'm doing, and they can see the link to go see my other stuff. So not only am I driving traffic back to my profile, I'm driving traffic to my websites, to all the places I want to send people. If you think that this is pretty revolutionary, give me a number one so far. I got more. I got more of what this is doing, but give me a yes so far. Okay, so the idea is every single day I am straight up getting people to come back to my stuff. I'm getting attention because I'm hanging out in places that business owners are. These aren't just other agency owners, you guys. These are people that own businesses that are following these people. Now, the idea here is this. I'm going to click up here at the top, and I want you to look at what's popping up here. Can you guys see this plugin up here? Give me a yes if you can see it. Yes, it works in Facebook groups too. Can you guys see this? Give me a yes if you can see the opening. What I can do is every time I find a page like Gary V or Ryan Dice or anything like that, I can click remember and it will bookmark the page. So the next time I don't have to go looking for the profiles. I can just click here and it will open said profile in a new tab. And so every day when I wake up, I have something that's very, very simple, you guys. Something that's very, very simple. I have a list that I go down and I find something to make a comment on every single day, and day in and day out, I have attention, people liking my comment on the post, people clicking back to my profile, and people being converted into, hey, let's talk. I get DMs all the time. Hey, I saw that you commented on this, and hey, I saw on your profile you do this. Can we chat? I think this is a fit. Give me a yes so far if you understand how I'm getting in front of a ton of different people every week, and we're getting agency inquiries and we're closing clients every week. Make sense so far? Okay. All right. Can I show you a couple of extra tricks that are going to take this to the next level for you that's like only for the initiated, which is you now. If you want to see some extra tricks because I got some questions of how you find these people. Let me jump into it. Some people already said, does it work in Facebook groups? Yes. So find a Facebook group that fits you. But like, watch this. Digital marketing. Does everybody see this Reddit thread? Does everybody see this Reddit thread? Go in here and just type hiring. And it's going to search this hiring. You can go down the list. You can look for people that are hiring in this forum. And you can go in and make a comment really quickly. So we go in and, hey, we got best cheap 12 hires. We got this. So this person's saying, hey, need some video for my e-commerce content, but can't afford $300 video. What are you guys using? Stock footage Fiverr? I can go in and highlight this and come up with a reply. Okay. So we've got this. The key here is that, but let me show you the biggie. If you want to see the biggie that I think is one of the biggest untapped things to use this tool with, give me a big yes in the box right now. I'm going to show you a trick to use with SeekReply that's monstrous. Okay, so you go to the Facebook. How many of you have seen the Facebook ad library before? How many of you have seen the Facebook ad library before, right? Okay, so for those of you that don't know, the Facebook ad library catalogs every single ad that's currently being run on Facebook. You can go in and type something like restaurant marketing, and it's going to pull up all these pages that are running ads that are related to restaurant marketing. For instance, I could go to Smooth, and I can click to their page, and let's see what Smooth is. Let's see what Smooth is. So if we click to their page, it's going to take a little second to load because I'm on GoToWebinar. I apologize. But what Smooth is, it's a white label ordering system. So if I go over to their page, do you think that there's people that are following their page that possibly are my ideal clients if I'm a restaurant marketer? So now I can just go make comments under their stuff using the tool, and now we've got what we need to have. So real quick, let me recap. Every single day, After I set this tool up every single day, I go down my list, and I'll show you how to build your list of people too. I go down my list and I make one comment on each of these profiles. And every single day, every single one of them sends me solid leads because people see my comment. And now, in 15 to 20 minutes a day, I'm doing the work that used to take me 2 to 3 months to get that much attention in very little time. If you feel like you understand where we're going with this and how this is a game changer for getting the kind of attention that you need, if this makes sense to you, give me a big yes in the box right now. Every single day, you guys, we're posting comments that the AI is writing for us. The AI is making intelligent comments. It's making sure that we look good. It's writing it in our own voice because it's referencing back to our own material. So it looks like us. And it's putting the kind of stuff together that gets people's attention. They click back to our profile, and then we have our profile set up to get conversations started. I'll go through that in a minute. Type a 1 in the chat if you'd like to get access to SeekReply and use it to start dominating social media and turning connections into sales and clients starting this coming week. Give me a big number 1 in the box if you'd like to get access to this. Okay. All right. So got a ton of number 1s. Thank you very much. Don't be a stranger. Type a number 2 in the chat if you'd like to get the exact 20-minute routine that I personally use with SeekReply to turn our comments and connections and then turn it into weekly new clients. Like, you want to see the exact process that we go through, not only to go through 20 minutes a week, and put this in. It's a little routine that we do, 20 minutes a day, every single week. It comes out to, guys, nothing in the grand scheme of things. And what happens is we turn that into clients and sales. Okay, so I got a lot of number 2s. Type in number 3 in the chat if you'd like to get a full walkthrough of exactly who we go after to grow our agency when using SeekReply and how to find people in places that no one else is using. So somebody said, well, how do I find the right influencers for my space? That's what I want to show you that. Put a number 3 if you want that info. Type in number 4 in the chat if you'd like a step-by-step roadmap of exactly how to get your first 1K per month sale using SeekReply. Like, no kidding. How do you get your first 1K per month sale using the exact method that I showed you? Okay. Obviously, you can apply any agency service to this, anything you got, but I'll show you something specific. From there, type 5 in the chat if you'd like to see how you can make 1K a month licensing out SeekReply, meaning you can make money and you don't even have to use the tool. You don't even have to use the tool. Yeah, Michael says, not my first 1K, more is needed. My first one, I just meant my first 1K with the tool. But yes, exactly. Exactly. And so not only can you use this tool to grow your business, not only can you use this tool, but you can license the tool out and people will pay you to use the tool in the same way I showed you and give it to their staff. So I'm going to show you that. Type 6 in the box, and this is the last one. If you're ready for the link and you want to start using SeekReply as soon as possible to grow your digital agency, give me a yes in the box if you'd like to get access to the tool and you'd like a link. Okay, so I appreciate that. You guys are super awesome in the chat. Let's talk a little bit more about this. So part 4, how to get VIP access to SeekReply and use it to build your business to a 6 to 7 figure monster in just 20 minutes a day. And I do mean that. This has replaced a vast majority of our reach out because now people are coming after us. And it's because we're attacking social media in a different way. We're finding our clients where they already live. All right, so here's the deal. I'm excited to invite you inside to become a VIP user of a tool that has been an absolute game changer for us. That's SeekReply. And to rapidly expand your network, grow your influence fast, and make more sales of your agency services in just 20 minutes a day. And of course, I put together something that I think is going to be very, very beneficial to you. If you'd like to know what you get once you get inside SeekReply, do me a favor, and I would like for you to say yes right now. Let me know that I have your permission to show you what we're going to give you inside to go with SeekReply that's going to make it an even more powerful tool for you in your daily workflow. Okay, let's go through it. So VIP benefit number 1, I'm going to give you early access to this. This is a tool that we've not let many people have access to. You're going to get early access to the software that we're using to make online networking and sales easy, using the power of smart social media and human-driven AI. Okay, so that's the first thing, is you're going to get access to the software in the system. The second thing is what we call the honeypot finder blueprint. Somebody asked this question earlier. How do we find places to go with this? Well, you're going to learn how to find forums, influencers, and groups where you can use the SeekReply software to connect with, captivate, and sell using influencer-based replies. This works in Facebook groups. This works in just about any social network that you can think of. It works in forums. It's going to be something that, like I said, once you understand how to use it, and it takes 2 seconds to learn, it's big. But in this benefit for this, if you get inside, I'm going to show you where to find the places that fit your niche. From there, what we call the social SeekReply funnel. This is benefit number 3. You're going to learn exactly how to set up your social media profile so that everybody that clicks through from your comment on the huge pages comes, and that prospect sees your profile and flows through a funnel that actually makes you money. Give me a yes if you're excited to learn that. Meaning when they click to your profile, they get funneled in a direction that will actually do the sales stuff for you and lead them right into your funnel. So we'll set this up. So we're going to talk about this funnel. What is the funnel? How does it work? How do you put this together so it leads to your products and your services and starting the right conversation? From there, number 4, the daily sales time bomb 20-minute routine. Give me a yes if you would like to trade in the vast majority of things you're doing to get in clients right now for 20 minutes a day. Give me a yes if you don't necessarily want to trade in what you're doing right now because it works so well, but you'd like to add something that brings in more people in a different way so you have a different avenue to get new customers. Well, I'm going to show you what we do 20 minutes a day, 5 days a week that has people in. One more thing I need you to understand. Did you hear me when I said, when you do this, you're not waiting around for days. You're going to see results, people seeing what you've done and responding to it in 6 to 12 hours from the time you start. And if you do it 20 minutes a day, it happens every day. Give me a big exclamation mark in the box if you follow me on this. And I know that's a bold claim because I live in the same world that you do. Oh, sure, Ben. Sure, it's going to be that fast. Trust me when I tell you, you get addicted because you get feedback. You get people that are actually interacting with you and they are seeing your stuff and they're coming to your profiles. That happens in day 1. And that's why it's powerful. So those are the 4 core things, but I've got some extra stuff for you if you're cool with that. Give me a big number 7, a lucky number 7 in the box if I can explain to you a couple of extra things that I'm going to put into this that I think will make it even better. And then I got some surprises at the end too. All right, so we got lots of lucky number 7s. Let's talk about this. So VIP bonus number 1 is our niche social group assistant. If you want to stop searching for the right influencers and things and you want a little extra help, we have built a custom GPT for you guys that's going to help you to find the people that fit your niche. It's going to go do the searching for you. And then once you get that list, you just click through it. And then if it fits perfectly with what you're doing, you add it and you make posts there every day. So nobody is going to get lost. It's going to help you to find your way by finding the influencers for you. Give me a yes if number 1, you understand what this is doing. It's going to help you find your stuff for your niche. It's going to ask you a couple questions. You tell it what your niche is, what you sell, and then it's going to help you find a group, some influencers, so you can go post there every single day and get attention every single day. So that's number 1. Here's bonus number 2. You guys realize a bunch of people are about to be clicking to your profile, right? You realize a bunch of people, once you start using SeekReply, a bunch of people are going to start flooding to your profile to see who the hell you are, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pass a template over to you and how to use that template that's going to make it easy for you to make your profile look on any social network look like $1 million. Super simple template, super easy explanation, but instead of having to try to, gussy up your profile because you're about to have a lot of visitors there, I'm going to pass you the Canva template that we use to do that. Give me a yes if this makes sense to you so far. So far, so good. We got more people coming. And Michael, no, nothing about what we're doing requires you to be a prompt guru. You're not going to be using anything where you're going to have to prompt. You're just talking like a human in bonus number 1. You're talking like a human to it. And then SeekReply doesn't require any prompts. So hopefully that makes sense, brother. Hopefully that makes sense. All right, from there, number 3, the knowledge-based builder. How many of you want it to talk like you, but you don't have any blog posts, you don't have any books, you don't have anything that sounds like you? Give me a yes if that's you. If you want this thing to write like you, but you don't have anything, so what I'm going to do for you is this. This is something that we built a while back called our Expert Book Builder. All you need to do is go in and click mode B. You just answer questions. It's going to interview you. You talk about your business, and it's going to build a book for your business. Give me a yes if you follow me so far. It interviews you, and then this GPT is going to write a book for your business. When that book is done, obviously you can use it for a million things. But what I'm going to have you use it for is you're going to feed it back into the custom, you're going to feed it back into SeekReply. And now SeekReply is going to talk like you because you went through this interview. Give me a yes if that makes sense. So for those of you that have no reference material for it to work from, I'm going to give you something where the GPT will interview you. No prompt necessary. You just answer questions. You spit out the result. You put it into the tool. And now it sounds just like you. It knows what your business is. You're good to go. If all that makes sense so far, give me a big yes in the box. And I've got a lot of people clamoring at me for the link in the chat. So I'm going to do that. But give me a yes if so far. Okay. So software I'm about to give you access to is a secret weapon that we've been using for a few months now. It's huge. And it's something that I'm telling you, it's going to turn attention that you're getting by commenting in there using the SeekReply tool into real sales in as little as 48 hours. We've seen that. Now, here's the thing I want you guys to understand. A serious warning. Once you start using SeekReply and you're seeing the attention and sales that it drives, using this will get addictive fast. So the big question I know everybody's asking is, what's it going to cost? What's it going to cost? Well, here's the deal. It's not going to cost you the thousands that you'd pay for Facebook ads to get the same results in double the time. It's not going to cost you weeks of time ramping up to trickle in results like most methods do. You're going to start seeing results within 72 hours of using SeekReply. And I'm going to give you an insane deal if you can make me a promise. Can you guys make me a promise? Can you guys make me a promise? I'm going to put it on the screen and tell me if you can make me this promise. And if you do, we'll make you a deal. You're not going to be paying thousands of dollars for this tool, even though it's definitely worth it. Here it is. The second you start seeing how fast SeekReply works to get real attention and sales with just 20 minutes of use a day, I want you to send me a quick 2 to 4 paragraph testimonial about how it's changed how you use social media for your business and the results you've seen so far. Can you promise me you'll do that? When you see how well this works, when you start seeing the results of this thing in the next few days, next few weeks, can you write me a 2 to 4 paragraph, a real 2 to 4 paragraph thing that tells me your success and what niche you're in? I just want to know what niche you're in, what you're using it in. Does that make sense? Yep. Okay. Okay. So that's the idea. There's one more tiny catch you need to know about. This has been a pretty much private underground tool for a while. In June, we're going to put this up for sale for $14.97 to the public. Does that make sense? Does that make sense? Give me a yes if you understand this. In June, we are putting this up for $14.97. It's worth it. The results speak for themselves. You guys will see this go live. If you pay any attention to me, you'll see this go live for this. If you get one of the 97 seats that we've got for you guys today before anybody else, I'm going to give you a deal. But keep in mind, the price goes up $100 every 25 sales. Even if it goes up $100, you still are getting a hell of a deal. But does all that make sense? Give me a yes if so. Give me a yes if so, and then I'm going to give you a link. Okay. If you're ready to get your SeekReply license, I want to get you a link in the chat. We're going to do that in just a second, but there's one last thing I want to mention before I give you the link inside. Okay. One last thing before I get to the link inside. It's this. When I give you the link, there's going to be 2 options on the page. There's an agency link and a base link. A base link is if you just want to use it for yourself and maybe the businesses that, the business that you manage, that's the link for you. But if you want to use it for multiple clients too, meaning you offer this as a service and you want to be able to easily switch back and forth between clients without having to reinstall and anything, meaning you can build multiple profiles to do this and each profile will react to chats differently and have different bookmarks, then you want the agency version. Also, if you want to take this tool and put it in your client's business so that their receptionist or their accounting person, like any of them can use it to grow, their marketing person can use it. If they are a client of your agency paying you a monthly rate, you can license the agency version out. Give me a yes if this makes sense and you understand the difference between the base version and the agency version. Both are great. Both work amazing. Both are going to do what you need them to do for your agency. If you're just using it for your agency, though, pick the base version. If you're using it for multiple clients and you want to use it and license it out and charge, which we do teach you how to do that inside the training, then make sure you get the agency. If you're ready for the link, give me a yes in the chat right now. And then I want you to give me a lucky number 9. When we see the number 9s in the chat, we're going to post the link now before we even put it on the screen. So we're going to go ahead and put the link in the chat right now. You guys should see that. Go to that URL. I'm going to give everybody a head start right now. So remember, there's only so many seats for this, but I'm going to give you a head start before I put it on the screen. The second that you get inside, make sure you come back and you tell me I'm in. I'm in. All right. So the second you come back, you tell me that you're in. If you can't see the chat, don't worry. I'm going to pop the link up in just a second. In about 5 seconds, we're going to post this link up into the chat. Here we go, you guys. Here's the link. Right now, I want you to go to this URL. Go to spskr.io/Jason. spskr.io/Jason. If for some reason you missed the link because you didn't see a chat before, don't worry. I'm holding everything for you, but we do have our first few people that have made it inside. So if you've made it inside, awesome. Let me know by saying I'm in the chat. What I'm going to do in a couple minutes is welcome everybody that made it inside. But before we do that, by the way, if you need it sent in the chat, we'll send it to you too. I got my team standing by to help you guys do that. So we're going to make sure we do that. So I got Jason that's going to come back in here in a minute, and because he's got something special to bring you guys to. So do not leave. Even if you made it inside, do not leave the call. Jason's got something special for you. So make sure you stick around. But in the meantime, I want to recap real quick what you're getting inside while you guys are getting your spot in. Remember, when you make it in, tell me that you made it in so I can welcome you in personally here in a couple minutes. But while we're waiting for everybody to get in and get their spot, remember, there's only 97 seats. The price goes up every 25. But while you guys are getting inside, I'm going to cover what we're doing again. So benefit number 1 is you guys are going to get early access to the SeekReply software that we showed you guys today. All you got to do is go to spskr.io/Jason, get your spot. Make sure you hop back in the chat. Let me know that you're in so that I can welcome you in. From there, like I said, not only are you getting this tool, but we're also building in some extra things for you guys. Benefit number 2 is we're going to do the honeypot find your blueprint. Where do you find the social profiles, the online forums, the businesses to follow? Where do you find the ones that are relating to your niche, specifically your niche, so that you can go comment on those? And this is going to give you exactly how to do that. From there, we're going to go through the social SeekReply funnel. And from there, I'm going to show you how to set up your social profile so that all of these people that you get in front of every single day, and remember, this is traffic that's different because they don't have to follow you already. They're going to see you in this huge, huge traffic trap, which is these online influencers that all these people follow. They're going to see you there. They're going to click to your profile. We need to have the funnel in place to convert them. By the way, a lot of people telling me they're in, so make sure you get your spot before everything goes up. So we're going to show you how to set the funnel up so that you can actually convert that traffic easily. From there, this is the secret to why this works. This is the 20-minute routine. Remember, this is human-driven AI. I want you to drive it. I would never let this go on its own. I want to be in the driver's seat. But in the driver's seat is a 10, 15, 20-minute a day thing. It's part of my routine now. And every single day, 6 to 12 hours from the time that I make these comments, we start seeing a flood of people liking our comments. We start seeing a flood of people coming to our pages. We see these things here. Okay. So we've got that. Now, before I get into the bonuses in just a minute, some folks have this. Is there an additional charge? So for every one of these, you are putting in a either OpenAI key or you are putting in a Claude key. We'll show you exactly how to do that. You got to do it one time and you should be good to go on that. Like I said, in the way we have this built, those are negligible. I've been using this tool for months now, and I think, commenting every single day, I've spent under $10 on the AI fees because we built it hyper efficiently. Does that make sense to everybody? Give me a yes if so. All right, couple more things that I got to get some bonuses from Jason and bring Jason in. But let's get into this. VIP bonus number 1, we've got our social group AI assistant that's going to help you find groups where you can post and you can get a ton of traffic from there. Number two, the Canva templates to make your profile look amazing because you're about to have a lot of people come there. And also, if bonus number three, if you don't have anything to feed into SeekReply to teach it how you talk, we have something that's going to interview you. It's going to create a book for you. By the way, you can use that book anywhere you want to grow your business, but you feed the book back into it. It now knows how to write like you. So I'm going to bring Jason in to say a few things. I know we've got a bonus package that Jason has put together just for you guys. But before we do that, go to spskr.io, get your spot. When you're done, make sure you jump in and you say, hey, I'm in. One more thing, Jason, before you jump in here, because I know they want to hear from you. There's somebody that says, hey, what if this doesn't work for me? And I just want to put this out here because I think this is the most important thing. If you don't want me to have your money because the thing that I sold you to use doesn't work for you, I don't want your money either. The only reason I get to keep your money is if you've made a lot more money off of the thing that I sold you than what you invested in it. So the answer to Vivian's question, what if this does not work for me? If you put a month into this and you're doing it 5 days a week, 20 minutes, just yell. Just say, hey, this didn't work for me, Ben. Can I get my money back? And we'll give you your money back. Does everybody understand? Give me a number one on our policy on this. There's no 60-day. There's no 30-day. There's none of that crap, you guys. It's if you don't want me to have your money, I don't want your money. And the only reason that you're going to want me to have your money, your investment in this tool, is if this tool is working insanely well for you. And I think that that's the core thing that should be in place. Okay, so Jason, I'm going to shut up for a couple minutes, catch my breath. Tell them what you think about all this, man.
Yo, this is amazing, Ben, first off. And thank you for coming to our audience. Hey, just really quick, if you all seen like today, how you can leverage social media to leverage this tool to get clients and get more business, just put a yes in the question box. I just want to see this because just put a yes in the question box. Okay, lots of yeses coming in. And can you see how this is a simple and clear path to help you sell more of your services? Lots of yeses, lots of yeses. Absolutely. And that's the cool thing about this tool and why I was so excited to share this with the community because there's things out there, AI, you hear AI thrown out so much, like this AI tool this AI tool that, but sometimes getting it working or the learning curve, so to speak, of having to figure out how the dang thing works, that can take a long time, and then there's the complexity of it, or maybe confusing. And sometimes these tools, as great as they are described, it doesn't equate to real world, real use value. And what Dr. Ben showed you today is such a simple but yet powerful strategy coupled with this AI tool that is just amazing. It's almost like it listens, like you can put it in certain areas and it listens to the internet, so to speak, and it works. Like this tool absolutely works. So I see a lot of people that say, I am in, I am in. So if you're in, just give me a me in the question box. I want to congratulate you and just call you out for a moment here. Dave says me, congratulations. John is in, Brent is in, Wayne is in, Greg is in. Congrats. Tim is in. Good. I love what you've created here, Ben. And if it's okay, I think we got some other stuff that we had talked about that is going to take things a little bit higher. So,
So do you guys want to see what Jason and I were working on as a bonus to take this to the next level? And if you do, just give me a number 9 in the box because I'm really excited about what you guys are going to be able to do with SeekReply. But we've been cooking up something special, and we've been kind of in the lab the last little bit. And I'd like to share with you a few bonuses that are specifically just for you all. That Jason was like, this takes it to a completely different level than just this tool. And I think you guys are going to do this. So what I'm going to do is Jason's got these bonuses, like I said, for anybody that goes to spskr.io/Jason, not only do you get everything we just talked about, but you're going to get these extra bonuses too. But instead of just putting up a slide, Jason, are you cool that I just show what these things do? Because,
Yes.
okay,
Yes.
cool. So these are special bonuses. By the way, professional webinar stuff, you're not supposed to leave the slides at this point, but like I'm not a professional webinar person, so I'm just going to show you what this actually does. And so we've got 3 things. And so I want you guys to help me count them here, but we've got 3 things, and I'm going to explain why each of these fits really, really well with what you're already doing with this core thing. And what I want you guys to look at is what you're also getting. So if you've already purchased, you're already getting these. If you haven't purchased yet, these are going to be available for a limited time. So just to you all. So let's hop out of the presentation here. And can you guys see I've just got a page on Tech Radar up. Can you guys see that? Give me a number 1 if you see with Tech Radar. I'll explain what this all means in just a second and why this is key. But let me show you this. So I want you guys to understand a lot of people are about to be visiting your profile. Okay. And every so often, you're going to want to have some nice social posts just sitting around. And how many of you would like a better way to create social posts than having to jump over to Canva all the time or Photoshop? And you like something that looks professional. So how many of you would post on your own page a little more if it was easier? Okay, so I want to show you guys something. How many of you heard that John Curtis is going to be the new Apple CEO? Cool. Well, like I said, you can post about anything in your niche, but watch this. Watch what happens when I right-click this. And I've got a little thing that says create social graphic with SeekQuote. Not only are you going to get SeekReply where you can reply on other people's stuff, but I'm going to give you SeekQuote. And I want you to watch what happens with SeekQuote. When I set SeekQuote up, or when you set SeekQuote up, you're going to put in your logo. Your logo is automatically on the page. It puts the image back here. And what we're going to do in a couple seconds is create something. And so what I'm going to do is, okay, I'm going to make that text size smaller. I'm going to move this to the next line by hitting this. And what we've got here, you guys, is now we've got a social media post that's ready to go. I can center this. I can make the text this way. I can make the background have a background block. So we've got this. I can change the color of this so that we've got this. I can make this transparent really, really fast. I can turn this into a landscape image for a different size. I can turn this into a story. All you have to do is you can either I can copy this to my clipboard right now. So I can go square, copy to this my clipboard, and just like this, you guys, let me get to my social profile so you can see it. Just like this, I've got a post that's ready to go. Does everybody see how quickly I just created a post using the SeekQuote tool that you guys are about to get access to? So for anybody that wants to take their social to the next level, not only do you get SeekReply, you want to post some stuff on your own profile, any image that's out there, you can highlight it. Now you can turn it into a social graphic that's ready to go for your social profile. And it looks freaking amazing, and your logo is going to be on it. Now, I'm sure all of you can think of 50 different ways that you'd use this, but whether you're using it for square posts, landscape posts, or we actually have this stuff here. Yes, Guy, it should. It should. It should. It should, because it's AI, and you just have to tell it kind of where you're at. All the instructions are going to be in English, but yes, it should work in other languages. So we've got this. So the first bonus I'm going to give you guys is a tool called SeekQuote, and that is Jason's doing. Jason's like, man, you put this in here and we are going to rock it out. Brent says, do you teach how to use this for affiliate marketing? You guys, yeah, like Brent gets it. Affiliate marketing, selling your own products, selling your niche agency services, it all works the same way. And yeah, we can get into that. Okay, so that's the first thing.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I'm big on, Jason, and I know you are too, is how do I create great looking things for my business without having to spend too much time doing it or having to go back and forth between tabs or programs. And so all of this lives right inside of your browser, and it's ready to go. So bonus number 1 from Jason is the SeekQuote software. Everybody's going to get access to that, so you guys have that to go with your SeekReply stuff. You can also use this to create images for your comments too. By the way, we got some new people getting in. Welcome, and I'm glad you guys made it in. Now, the next thing is you guys know that when people click over to your social media profile, because a lot of them are about to do it, you're going to have a link that goes somewhere, a link that goes somewhere. And if you don't have a good option for this already, I'm going to show you what we use. This is the link that we use from our social profile, and it looks like this. It looks amazing on mobile. It's a link in bio, so you don't have to have 50 links in your bio, but you can build an amazing looking link in bio. Every single person here, because Jason's awesome, is going to get lifetime access to our link shortening software that's called Progress Links, and you guys are going to get access to it just because, just because you got access to SeekReply today. So you're getting actually 3 pieces of software for the price of 1 today, all really serve the same purpose. Once you get people coming to your profile using SeekReply, now you got a link in bio that you can filter people to the places you want them to go. And it looks absolutely amazing. And it's going to fit your color scheme too. From there, one more thing, you guys, and this is just a nice little add-on that Jason and I love. How many of you want to know a bunch of different cool ways that you can use AI to get attention? Okay, we're going to use SeekReply to get a ton of attention. What if I got to wow somebody? What if I got to blow them away? What if I, need something that's really catching them off guard? And so we have 16 different ways that you can use AI. Here's the first one, which is Suno, which is a songwriting tool. This is a way that we've used Suno to get attention of, some high ticket agency clients. And we've got a bunch of different things that are some of our secret weapons in here that Jason wanted me to include. And it's called AI Shock and Awe. And everybody gets access to that. So on top of everything that we're already including, you guys are also going to get the Seek Quote software, so you can create amazing looking images for your profiles. You also get the Progress Link software, so you can have a link in bio. So this is part of your funnel as people find your page that leads to your stuff. And then you're also getting the AI Shock and Awe book. All of that is included in your package if you get in through the link that is on your screen right now, which is spskr.io/Jason. All right, man. I've interrupted you to get into all that, but what else we got? What questions we got? What do we need to answer? And let's get into it.
Awesome, man. Hey, this is good stuff, man. Thank you. Good, 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 good. I really like what Brent mentioned in regard to affiliate marketing as well. Like there's just so many applications that you can leverage this for. And of course, I know most people here are agency owners, and I would say 90% of the people on this call will leverage this for getting clients. And I think that's powerful in itself. But I think it's just awesome how you can leverage this tool and in so many different areas and facets to, to get business or to accomplish the desired action. So this is just an amazing universal tool that can apply to so many areas. It's good stuff. What questions do you all have? What additional questions do we have here?
While you're looking for questions, I'll tell a quick story. One of the early people, Jason, that I gave access, SeekReply access to.
Mhm.
On one hand, they used it for their agency, but they had a side project, and the side project was kind of golf related, and
Hmm.
they were a member of some affiliate programs, and with the golf related stuff they were doing with it, they were just linking in their profile to an affiliate program for a couple different golf items, and it took off really really fast. And so
Wow.
and that's what's cool is like you guys, because you're able to go in and get attention for something that's very niche, these people are going to click back to your profile because they're interested in that niche. And as long as you're linking out to the right places, which we show you how to do inside, this becomes a tool that, like I said, it's addictive because every day you post, money starts coming through the door. And so, yeah. So, what questions we got? Yeah, I'm sorry. Let's get into it.
Yeah, that's powerful, man. Good, good, good stuff here. Let's see here. Yeah, I see a lot of people wanting to leverage this for their agency. Um, and I guess what someone asked about HVAC and I guess specific niches.
Yeah.
So, I imagine the strategy would, going to groups on LinkedIn and Facebook, and someone even asked about Facebook too. So, how would that work on some of those platforms, man? Like on a Facebook as an example.
So what's
For
really interesting that I found, like something like HVAC. I love getting into these really interesting niches that like our agency friends are in, but like something like HVAC, There's some interesting groups in Facebook, obviously, that you can go where a lot of those people hang out. But like, I don't even think that directly. What I like to do is I like finding what publications and memberships of like organizations are these people in. So for my HVAC people, or you listen, you can apply this to chiropractic, anything. What are the professional organizations that these people are involved in that have public pages? Like for chiropractic, because I used to be a chiropractor back in the day, for those of you that don't know, until I got into this whole internet marketing thing, right? So like for chiropractic, there's the American Chiropractic Association. So what I do when I'm after chiropractors is I use SeekReply on some of their posts, both on LinkedIn and, in just some different places. And like I said, there's several different publications for the chiropractic stuff that you can go comment on their stuff. And because they are followed by your ideal clients, you'll pop up in the feeds of your ideal clients and they'll see your stuff, and you're making really intelligent conversation extending comments using SeekReply. And so you come off as an expert. And so my hack for this, for anybody that's like, well, how do I find my niche? Is it Facebook groups? Like, how do I speak to them directly? Don't worry about busting into a Facebook group if you're not an HVAC person, because maybe you'll feel like an outsider there. Go to the professional organization magazines, the groups, because all of them have like these really, really good groups that they belong to, that they pay dues to, so that they have like legal support and all kinds of things, and they can learn and they can know what's going on in the industry. Find those publications and those organizations on Facebook and LinkedIn and all, the forums and the websites surrounding them, and just go in and make really, really good comments using SeekReply. It takes 20 minutes a day. You bookmark them so you can come back every day without having to think about it. The first week of using SeekReply, you're going to get results because you're going to connect some. But over a week to 2 weeks, you're going to start finding the places that you get the most results from. You're going to get rid of the ones that don't. You're going to like really hit the ones that do, because you can see where these people are liking your post in your news feed. And so after that, after about a week or two, you have really cultivated the 5 to 10 different places that you can go every single day, make a comment on their new post, and get people through the door. So for HVAC, there are organizations that link these people up. They pay dues to be a part of it. They read these things. They like the pages. So it's showing up in their feeds anyway. You should show up in their feeds too, because you are siphoning off of that particular post. And that's how we do that.
That's smart, man. Thank you. Very, very smart. Let's see here. What else do we have? Okay, I see a question about, do I use my personal profile in the social media platforms?
That's a good question. That's a good question. To answer that, we do both. So on one hand, I use my personal profile for probably like things that are serial progress seeker related. I'm just giving you my personal, but I have an agency called Content DFY. And so I'll sign into that page. I'll go around as signed in as that page, and I'll comment on things that relate to that. And that's an agency that's very related to one niche. And then we have another agency that's related to another niche that we literally click a button so that it changes the profile, it changes the bookmarks, it changes the way that it responds, because it's pulling from different data. And we will go in and we will reply as our page and that stuff. And so both of them work really, really well. Remember, it works just because you're making intelligent comments. And that's what the AI is trained to do. It lifts up the original post so they think, oh, this person is like cheering me on. And that's the thing. You're clapping for people. You're raising other people up. And that's why people notice you and think, okay, this works. I got it. Like, this person's part of my thing. Let me go see what they're all about. Okay.
Great. Good stuff. Let's see here. Let's see. Okay. Yeah, I see a question about, I see how to use this to get B2B clients, but what I don't understand is, how could I use this to get B2C?
Oh, it's my favorite. I love this. So at first, Jason, and to Mark, who asked this question, I didn't know if it could. I thought it was just a B2B tool. And then I had a client that was like, hey, we're trying to do this. And I'm like, okay, this is totally B2C. And it was a restaurant, right? And so as the restaurant, we had them go onto a Chamber of Commerce page, and they highlighted the posts that were, the Chamber of Commerce was putting out as the restaurant. And the AI responded perfectly to lift up the Chamber of Commerce, lift up the post, you know, and then it was like, oh my gosh, this is positioning the restaurant to just be a community advocate on the
Mm.
chamber page. So everybody that visited that post on the chamber page saw that this restaurant was commenting, and it got them people that came in. Hey, yeah, I was thinking about you guys today, and I saw your post. I thought I'd come in to eat. That day they were doing it. So what's really interesting is B2B works easily. I think everybody here can see B2B, but B2C, think about as the business that's going after general public, go to the pages that are general public, like your local newspaper, your local news station, your local chamber of commerce. Make comments as your business on that. And it's amazing how it will tailor the replies to say, hey, well, we always, in our business, we always lift up people that are trying to do this. And it comments like a business normally would, but without the business having to think about making that comment or how to structure it correctly. And so it's amazing when you start using it that way. Hopefully I just gave everybody a tip as to how to really like go to the next level with this for B2C.
That's awesome. That is awesome. Hmm. Yeah, there's so many uses for this. Like, to me, it's like a Swiss Army knife in a sense. It's like it's not just one sided or one dimensional. You can use it for a lot of purposes. And I think, especially with there's so many AI tools out here. Like, I like tools like this because you can use it in so many ways for your business, for your agency, for getting attention. You can use it more direct for getting clients. It's one of those tools that you're going to immediately use, and like Ben said, like very quickly you will start seeing the results of it. So just really, really good stuff. And I like how quick it is to set up too, Ben. Like, shout out to you and your team, man, because like just getting everything set up was just a breeze. It was so simple.
Nice.
Really, really
That's the
simple.
idea. No, I love it.
Mhm.
I love it. Brent, I see a question from Brent that says, do you teach how to offer this as a service to clients, like how to describe it to them so they can easily understand it? Yes, that's in the training. And I just want to offer something to everybody else. When you start using SeekReply, if you have a very specific situation that you don't know how to do, like to aim it or how to, something's not connecting with you, reach out to our team because like we really get into this. Like I have done private consults with the early people that were using SeekReply. They had like 60% of it. They were like, I feel good about this, but I still feel like we can do more. What do you think about this? And so we'll come in and consult on your agency and your use and your setup of SeekReply to get you good. I'm not the kind of person that's going to bother you. I'm not into this whole, people, having to show up for webinars for us and things like that to learn. My big thing is if I can set something up for you and help you program something in a 20-minute call, and then you can just run with it and it just works from then on, that's what I'm all about. And so anybody here that got in today, please use that. If you want some help setting up the tool, it's super easy. You guys, 99% of you know how to do it. But hey, if you want to take advantage of that, we're always standing by to do that as well. And it's just because I know you guys are friends with Jason, and he's my homie, and I'm going to do anything to make sure that we hook you guys up and get you guys making money with this. My big thing, and I think this is why Jason likes me, and this is why I like Jason too, is we're just focused on you guys making money. If you guys are making money, then it all works and everybody wins. And so that's the idea.
Mm, I love it. And I know we didn't emphasize this a lot, but like, a natural byproduct of this is you will get more followers. You're going to get like those metrics of your social media is going to automatically grow as well, just by using this tool. So it just further positions you. In addition to, it'll lead to more conversations, more people coming in your inbox. So, the ultimate goal, of course, is to leverage it to get business. But like, if you're someone here also that just wants to, start to become more known and grow your profiles, like this is a natural byproduct of this tool as well that will happen.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, exactly. I have a really important question that I think we should address. And this one came in, and I know where this is coming from, but I have a really strong stand on this. And sorry if I make anybody mad. By the way, this is a great question. The question was, can seek replies be automated on a schedule, or do they have to be manually copy and pasted for now? I don't think you ever want to put yourself in a position where you are automatically commenting on people's stuff because people can smell it. And if you want to run your business into the ground, automate things with AI, automate human interaction with AI, and people will start to see you as somebody that does not care. The reason SeekReply is built in the way where you have to highlight something and you have to approve it before it posts is because we cannot take the humans out of the human communication. When you do that, humans can smell it and they will actively it will actively repel them from your business. The idea here is it's you. It's you finding the comment. It's you reading the comment that it generates for you, and it's in your own voice, but it's you that says, yes, that's good, and you hit it out. This is going to save you 10, 20 minutes every time you make a comment. If you're like me, you would, agonize over what to write every time you do this. You could literally do this manually every day, but it would take you 2 hours. This is going to get it done in 10 to 20 minutes for 10 pages that you could do this on every single day. And you could do the same ones and just generate enough business forever. But the idea is this is human driven AI. And I'm telling you guys, and I firmly believe this, I love AI when it's done correctly. Like AI receptionist, hell yeah, that's the right thing. Because half the time, Jason, I don't want to talk to a receptionist. I want to get the appointment booked and get somebody out, right? I don't need all the other. That's a good use for it. What's a bad use for it is when you're on social media, and right now there's so many people, you guys. There's so many people that are pushing out AI in a way that takes the humanity out of it. So Seek Reply makes you superhuman in the way you can do this very effective technique. I've been doing this longer than we had the AI to help us with. That's why we kept doing it. But we built this tool, but we want to keep you in control. So that is a great question. I hope I answered it. I hope you see my position on it. And yeah,
Mhm.
um, let's see here. So after you make the first comment to a post and then a bunch of people reply to you, are you going back to reply to all those comments? No, because here's what I want you guys to understand. When you make the comment, they're not replying to your comment half the time. More than like 90% of the time, they're coming to my profile. They're like, that's intelligent. They click to my profile. When I do get a response, 90% of the time, it's a DM. And that DM is where I close deals. But these people are coming to me from the comment, and then they're like, hey, saw you talking about this. How do you do this? And then I get to talk, and then we close deals that way. That is 90% of the time. That's how we close deals, and that's happening every single week. But it's just, it's not happening because we're like posting amazing things on our own profiles. It's happening because we are positioning ourselves where the traffic already is, and there's so much traffic on some of these profiles that these people, that's what they're looking for. They're looking for help. And when you do something that makes you look trustworthy, they'll start a convo with you. And it's not a convo on the phone. We're just talking in a DM, and that turns into business all the time. And like I said, that's the power of this is we're not screaming for people to pay attention to us. We are showing up where they already are, and then they come to us. And it's a very, there's an interesting human psychological element when people feel like they're being sold to, they don't like it. When they come to you, it's a much more natural way to sell, and like that's the way we sell here, and I think that's the reason we've been so successful. That's what Seek Reply is built on top of. So I think I got all the questions. But if you see some more, let me know.
Nah, this is great, man. This is really, really, really solid stuff. Let's see here. Okay. Yeah, I think we have. Yeah, so okay, I see a API question. So
Yeah.
you can plug in Claude or OpenAI. That's really, really simple stuff. Like I said, you all, it took maybe 5 to 7 minutes to set it up. Like it was super easy, super simple. So if tech scares you, or if you're not a real technical person, then you're gonna love this tool because when I say it's so simple to set up and it's also simple to use, and it's something like Ben said, you're gonna use every single day. So very, very powerful.
I'll say this too. We you know, we have a software manual for you guys, so you don't have to go watch a full webinar from us to know how to set this up. Obviously, there's a ton of good stuff into the welcome webinar that you're going to get as soon as you get in, but there's a software manual that explains exactly how to set it up. There's a little video that's, 10 minutes that'll show you how to set up, and it's very specific, not, me answering questions or anything like that. So, and also, like I said, feel free to reach out if you have any problems. But yeah, it's like a 5 minute setup, and you only have to do that once, and then it just works. And like I said, for me, every single day, Jason, you see where you saw the other day where I work, we were talking on Zoom, and I sit down at my kitchen island. I open up my laptop. The first thing I do is I click my bookmarks and SeekReply. I go make a reply on the post, and 15, 20 minutes later, I'm done with that. About 6 hours after that is when I start seeing the algorithm working, because it's really, people are getting off work, and so they're seeing my comments. They click on it, they like it, they reply every so often. If they reply, I see it in my feed, so I can if I want. And then I see people coming to my profile. Like I said, on LinkedIn, you can see who's coming to your profile. I can see people coming in that way too. And you can track back and how it's working. And so this is not something that you're going to have to wait weeks on. You're going to see things happening with this today. And
Mhm.
that's where I get the most excited about it. So spskr.io/Jason. And like I said, we're standing by to help with anything.
Awesome. And you are truly truly in great hands. Like it's not an understatement when I say Ben's probably one of the most creative people that I've ever met before. And the way that he applies things to business to help you get more business is just phenomenal. Like I don't know if you all have heard of the Suno, like the AI songwriter. Like I thought that was just genius, man, and that's inside one of the bonuses that you all are going to get. So you're going to see a lot of great things that's going to help you grow your business. Leverage this tool. Those who got it, congratulations. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Use this thing every single day, and be the next success story to help you grow your agency. And for those who do plan on jumping in, I want to welcome you in advance. So before we hop off of here, is there any final things that maybe I may have missed that you all have, because you're on this call right now and you're spending time and we appreciate your time. So I want to make sure that we do our best to answer your questions before we hop off of here. But let us know before we go. Mark asked, came in late. Where will there be a replay? Yes, we will. We will have a replay. Let's see here. Okay, listening now, but don't fully understand. Yeah, catch the replay on that, and it'll all click. It will all click for you. Anything else you seeing, Ben, on
Oh
your
man,
end?
I think we got most of it. Yeah, I think we're there. I just, one more thing, guys. I just want to say thank you for your attention. Thank you for your time. And like I said, go use it. And the biggest compliment to me is just when you guys get on the other side and you're closing clients with this, just let me know. Like I said, we're standing by to help, but we're also standing by to celebrate with you with this. Like I said, this is the kind of thing that I can only put out to a small group of people. At the deal that we did this for. The only other thing I'll ask you guys is don't tell anybody about this unless they're your clients. Don't tell anybody about this. But I just want to say thank you to you guys. Thank you to Jason. And like I said, we're really excited to help you guys with anything you have. We use this every day. And so if you have questions, like I said, I got lots of reps in because I use it, all the time. So feel free to fire them our way.
Hey, thank you, Ben, and I appreciate you coming out and sharing this new tool with our audience. And like everyone, like Ben mentioned, this is his. I think outside of his audience, he's like you all are the first to see this. So put it to use, and the price will be going up as mentioned. But leverage this to help you grow your business. And this is a tool you'll leverage and use every single day. So go to spskr.io/Jason, jump in, make the great decision, and then you'll be glad that you did. Ben, thank you for coming out. I appreciate you. Everyone on this call, as always, I appreciate you coming out. I hope you've seen some things to help you grow your business. And hope you got a tremendous amount of value today. And go ahead, jump in, and we'll see you soon. Thanks, you all. Later.